course, it's me, Wee Claire, and welcome to a Wee Chat live on Twitch. Yes, this is my Twitch talk show. Started during COVID, has continued, and it is now a live show seen at various Comic Cons in the UK and US. Yes, it premiered at GalaxyCon in America this year, but thank you to Insomnia Gaming Festival who gave it a chance. Now we've got quite a lot coming up on the show tonight. Sadly, Rudy can't make it tonight. Oh no, that's not a woohoo. No claps for that. Sadly, Rudy cannot make it tonight, but here's what's coming up on tonight's show. It's Friday, and a Wee Chat is here to bring the good vibes. He voices Geralt of Rivia in the Witcher games. Yes, Mr. Doug Cockle joins us on the show for the very first time tonight. Resident Evil fans rejoice. Leon Kennedy is here. Yes, it's Nick Apostolides. He's joining us to chat about the Resident Evil 4 remake, streaming, and so much more. And sadly, Rudy is off this week, but we've got not one, but two brilliant tracks from our houseboat band, MamajoeVramajoe. Yes. You shall not be disappointed. Rudy isn't here, but we've got so much more tonight. Yeah, we've got Doug Cockle, who I absolutely love to bits. Doug is amazing. And we've also got Nick Apostolides, absolutely fantastic. I met Doug last year. It's almost our friend anniversary. In 2 weeks' time, when I do MCM Comic Con, I shall be thinking about him. It's our friend anniversary, you guys. Can we have love hearts in the chat? We're so cute, you guys. Hashtag besties. Hashtag besties. And since then, got to know him and his wife, and he's just great. I love Doug. But before we get to Doug Cockle, guys, it is time for the one and only Tarot Cat with your weekend reading.
Yo, my beautiful soul, this Tarot Cat here with your weekend reading. Remember, this is a general reading, so if it don't resonate with you, get out of here! Today's question is, how do I make more friends? Let's shuffle the deck. We got the Hoyman. This jabroni's been thinking about going out for so long, he ain't showered, he ain't changed his clothes, he ain't even bothered to shave his goddamn beard, bro. He's too busy thinking, staring in this tiny little light, trying to find some goddamn answers. Well, it's time to switch off the light, bro. Open the door and get out of there. Thinking time's over. Let's pull a clarification card. Yeah, boy, it's a 3 of Cups. I told you, you gotta clean yourself up. Problem is, you look like a hobo and you goddamn stinking. Clean up and don't be this guy. As soon as you're looking cool again, get a fly crew together, you're gonna hit the town and get lit. So that's what I got for you. Remember to follow, subscribe, and all that shit. Spirit says, yo, we out.
Thank you, Tarot Cat. Thank you very much, Tarot Cat. Thank you very much. So that was Tarot Cat. Okay, so we've got Tarot Cat, and now we're going to play this clip before we welcome Doug Cockle. So here is a clip, and we've got Doug coming on very shortly.
Drifter, stranger, mutant. Never chose to be a witcher. Fate chose for me.
Not from Velen. Where you from?
Kaer Morhen. Kedwin.
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
Give me a bottle of something strong.
Brave warrior looks like. Got 2 swords, see?
We going?
I'm a witcher. Heard you wondering about my swords. Well, one's for monsters. The other for humans.
Oh, it's like that clip's shorter than what I thought. I was like, I think I'll just grab a drink. Oh. Guys, please welcome in the studio tonight. It's the wonderful, one of my favorite people ever, is Doug Cockle. Hi, Doug.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Can you hear me all right?
I can. What do you make of Tarot Cat?
Tarot Cat is absolutely on the cutting edge of sophistication, high fashion, and general pussycat glamour.
Oh, wow. Wow. I will pass on those notes to Tarot Cat. I'm sure that they will give you a personalized reading. Tarot Cat, yes. Doug, thank you very much for joining us. Last time I saw you, it was in person. It was Insomnia Gaming Festival, and you were a part of the live show. So how did you find Insomnia? That was your first one, right?
Yeah, what do you mean live show? Everything's a live show there.
Well,
It's incredible.
Yeah, it was well, this has become a live show, Insomnia. This started here. So
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, Claire. Okay, so we've known each other a little while. So, we know that, our relative kind of spheres of kookiness match up a bit. And I found the WeChat live show to be utterly, utterly insane, I have to say.
I'm glad. I'm very glad. Sadly, Rudy's sick tonight, so he can't make it tonight.
I know.
And I really wanted to do live Tarot Cat, but I didn't know how that costume change would go, quite frankly. I didn't want to mess my hair. It's a very tight mask.
It'd be so much fun, though. It's like, you see these videos of Lady Gaga during concerts changing costumes on stage, and then there's a whole team of people around her. You could just like get a couple people from your neighborhood or whatever, just drag them up, give them a few beers, say, can you just change my costume when I say go?
I like it, like using. So my neighborhood is my building, and I only know my upstairs neighbors. So just knock on the door, go, hi, you guys. You don't know what I do really for a living. You've never seen Tarot Cat. But would you like to basically change me into a cat mask and a polo neck and a chain? And like see what they say.
That would be amazing. I want to be a fly on the wall.
That would be so incredible.
I want to see how that goes.
So Doug, Insomnia Gaming Festival is a convention purely geared towards gaming. So how did you find being there for that weekend last month?
See, I loved it. I absolutely adored Insomnia, actually. I thought it was just one of the most wonderful things. I mean, I've been to lots and lots of really great events, but there was something about Insomnia. It's just about games. That's it. It's Comic Cons are fantastic. I love them, and partly because of the really broad interest of the fan base. Everybody's there for all different kinds of things, so you kind of get to bump into all these different energies and wonderful things. Insomnia is just about games, so it was like really, it just felt really intense.
Which is good, which is great. I think there needs to be more of that, because I think it's great doing all the other conventions, but the games are kind of like not an afterthought. I think they're getting a bit better with it now, because
they are.
Gaming's such like a big thing, but I still feel like people feel like gaming is niche. I think like the wider world feels like gaming is niche. Would you agree with that, Doug? Do you think that?
Yeah, like comic book geeks are more acceptable than games geeks.
Why is that though? Like, because they're kind of one and the same to me.
Yeah, well, they are. Increasingly, they are. And what I just said is really generalist. So it's not like, that's an absolute of any kind. But, it is that kind of thing. I think it's that comics have been around for longer than these kinds of games have been around. So the fan base for the games is still kind of catching up to the fan base. Because the fan base for comics, you go back to like the 30s and 40s and stuff like that. Now you got these guys who are well into their garden years, which is a nice way of saying old.
Garden years, is that so tell me, Doug, when do we get into our garden years? Are you in your garden years now?
Oh, I've been in my garden years for years.
Okay, so what constitutes a gardener?
No, I haven't. I don't know. Well, it's that old is it a trope? I don't know what it is. The thing is, you retire and then you start keeping a garden.
Yeah. Although, is that you? Like, do you think that's going to be you when you retire, Doug? Do you think you're going to be like that kind
I don't think I'll ever retire. I think I'll be working until I literally drop dead, like in front of a microphone or off a cliff because I forgot where I was going.
who does the garden at your house then? Are you the gardener though? Like
No.
Okay. Is that lovely Marianne, your wife Marianne?
Yeah. She's got all the ideas. She's the one who wants to change things.
Okay.
I've said to her several times recently, I said, Marianne, I know something about myself now in my 50s. I'm fundamentally a very lazy person.
I love that. I mean, you know what? Like, think about this, right? We strive and work all of our lives, and there's markers in life. It could be getting married or having kids or trying to do well in our career, and there's no point in the human life where it's okay to just be lazy, or people just say, you know what, just don't do anything. Like it's okay to just do nothing. But have you always been are you genuinely a lazy person? Because you work all the time.
I think I am. I do. I work a lot, and I do work at working as well. So it's not like I'm not the kind of lazy that just doesn't do anything. I do recognize that there are things I have to do. I do have to shower in order to not stink. That's it. Very really basic things.
Yes.
But yeah, fundamentally, I'm really lazy. I really don't want to put in any work if I don't feel like the work is going to lead to something. But the funny thing is that usually the work leads to something that you like better than what you currently have. So the work is worthwhile ultimately, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah. You know what? I like doing it though, Doug, because I tell you, right, I don't know if you're like me, but like so I keep busy all the time, even if I'm not doing work, right? I'll just busy myself with, I'll make a social clip for Instagram, or the litter tray needs done, or I just have things that I have to do all the time. Because when I genuinely stop, a friend said to me recently, Claire, just relax. So I went and I had a bath and I had the candles. I just get bored and I start to get depressed, and then that's when the bad thoughts come in and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so bored. And I'm like, I'm just staring at this candle and I'm alone with my cat. I'm so bored. Like, I just feel really I get really depressed. So that's.
And some people would take that as like a spiritual moment. They'd be like, I'm just alone with my cat and my candle, and the bubbles and the steam rising, and they would get into the zen of the whole thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not you. You just go. Why? Let me do it. This is Claire.
Oh.
Oh no!
Keep
You're
going.
gonna clip this. It's gonna be terrible.
Okay, I'll do the wide shot. Go
I don't
on.
even know what I'm gonna say now.
Hey, Doug, what am I like when I'm alone in the bath?
I'm so fucking bored.
Wow. Okay, this is Doug. This is Doug in the bath. Right, ready, you guys?
All right.
Yo, Marianne, I'm gonna take a fucking bath, yo. God. I'm so... Marianne would be like, what? You know what? Next time you take a bath, please do it like that. Yo, Marianne, yo, you're jabroni. You're fucking jabroni. Just do it.
Jabroni.
I don't know. It's like an insult.
You're just making that up, aren't you?
No, jabroni's a word. Jabroni's a word.
It?
Yes.
It's probably a pizza.
Jabroni's a word. They use it in films where they talk like that. That's where I've heard it. They use it in films where they speak like that, Doug.
You sure it's just not like a calzone with some special fillings?
What is a jabroni? I think a jabroni's like an idiot. Yo,
that's what I mean.
Yo, you're jabroni.
Yo, hey, yo. Oh shit.
What? You've been in the UK.
I just went halfway around the world. I was like, woo.
Yeah. Okay. Australian. Let's try that.
No.
All right. Oh, I can't even do it. Ha. Okay. Mate. You gotta go, mate, and then get into. It's like the same way that I have to go, yo, to get into the American accent. There's certain words. So what word would you say you'd have to use to get into the Scottish accent?
It's easy. Turtle.
Total, like that.
No, turtle.
Oh, turtle.
Yes.
Turtle.
Turtle.
When have I ever said turtle to you apart from now?
Never. You've never said turtle, Claire.
Oh my god, that sounds like I've got a turtle in my throat. An incredible accent. Guys, Doug Cockle, everyone. Doug Cockle.
No, Turtle, because the U sound and the R sound are the key things of a Scottish accent, or one,
Turtle.
you know, like if you will go for a general Scottish, or I know there's no such thing, but it's the
Turtle. Turtle. How do you say turtle then?
turtle.
Turtle. Yeah, Americans don't use their mouth as much. I've noticed it's like a bit more like, and you don't pronounce everything. Turtle. Turtle. Is that good? Was that good?
That's pretty good, yeah.
Like a turtle. Turtle.
We did talk about this one time. We talked about me teaching you an American accent, you teaching me a good Glaswegian.
Okay, all right, okay. So give me, what would be a really easy stock generic phrase for me to learn an American, generic American accent?
Oh, right. Okay. So I went and I ordered a soya latte, and all they gave me was low fat. Now that is not fair.
Okay. Oh my god, I went and ordered like a soya latte and all they gave me was like something flat white. That is so untubular. Yes, man. All right, okay.
There you are so set for California.
I'm totally, yeah, man, Valley girl in the making. Here we go. Okay, so what would be a good thing? Okay, what would be a good thing for you to say? Fuck off, you wee shite bag. There you go.
Ooh. Okay. Fuck off, you wee shite bag.
No, you're too being too polite. You gotta really fuck off, you wee shite bag. Like
Fuck off, you wee shite bag.
that's better. Yeah, it's about the anger. Yes.
Does the eyebrow help?
Yes. Yes. So, if you know you continue on with The Witcher, I'm really hoping for The Witcher to suddenly say in a tavern somewhere, "Fuck off, you wee shite bag." Like, I'd love that. Geralt goes Glasgow. Just Geralt goes Glasgow. My name's Geralt of Glasgow. I can't do the Witcher thing. Speaking of Witcher.
Girl.
I know you can't say anything, you don't know anything, but Witcher 4, I mean, we've already got somebody saying Witcher 4 in the chat. What do you wish to see? You know, you can't say anything, you don't know, whatever, but you know, what do you wish to see? If you were...
All right, well, look, despite the fact that I've signed an NDA, and, you know, really, in this world of worlds, what fans really want to know is the truth. So, all right, I'm just going to break it here tonight on you know, WeChat with Claire. All right, so honestly, I keep saying I know nothing about Witcher 4, and I don't, except that I do. And the only reason I can tell you this is because I have no NDA that I did sign. And in an ideal world, I would not have to do this, but I do. So here's the thing. Witcher 4 is going to be based in the cyberpunk world where Geralt has an enormous... You know where I'm going there. So anyways, it's one of these things, you know, it's all about the... You know, and then, yeah, I mean, it used to be a car, now it's the real thing, except that it's still metal. Anyways, the whole idea here is that Witcher 4 will be a conglomeration of Cyberpunk 2070. No, it's got to be in the future now. 2382. I don't know why. The 82 was a good year.
2382. I was just going to go Cyberpunk 2078. And we just said,
well, there you go.
Yeah. Just said it a year later.
2078. Okay. All right.
Geralt,
all right. A year later.
What about Keanu? Is Keanu involved in this?
Oh, yeah, man. He's his right-hand man.
Oh. I really want to see.
Or was it his left-hand man?
Oh.
I can't remember.
Or his both hand man.
No, because Johnny Silverhand had one silver hand, silver arm. I was trying to work that little, you know, world nugget in there. It didn't work.
It was a nerd stumble. It's fine.
Anyways, yeah, I know nothing about Witcher 4.
Nothing about Witcher 4 here, I'm afraid. We got no news apart from Geralt will feature in Cyberpunk 2078. There will be a Keanu Doug bromance. There'll be the two characters are going to meet. It's going to be wonderful, actually. I really hope that they live happily ever after. Really, Johnny Silverhand and Geralt, man. Like, the fanfic's going to be great. Can you imagine the fanfic?
Can you imagine? Oh my the after party would be absolutely insane.
It'd be insane. Who do you think's a bigger party animal, Geralt or Johnny Silverhand?
And definitely Johnny Silverhand.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Geralt, he can drop he can go to the level of Sex and a Unicorn, but that's about it. You know what I mean? That's like he was really pushing it to get cool there.
Okay, guys, I'm waiting for that fanfics. If anyone's listening, please send it to Geralt and Johnny Forever at witcher4.com. Thank you very much. Please send that through to us. Thank you. Doug, apart from not knowing anything about The Witcher 4, what other projects do you have coming up that we can hear you in, that you can tell us about? Because I know you're always in NDA land and you can't really say much.
I can't really talk about anything that's coming up in particular, except for some conventions. I'll be in, is it Hartford, Connecticut, Connecticon in Connecticut in late July. I'll be, oh gosh, there's so many now. I've been really surprised. I'm going to loads of conventions. Just, check out my social media and stuff like that and have a look and see where I'm going. It's quite exciting. I'm excited to go some really cool places this year. So
I've only ever seen you. We've only ever done like UK conventions together. I wanted to ask how the Witcher fans are over in America as well. Are they just the same as the ones in the UK? What is it like for you?
they just have different accents.
So it's just completely the same sort of fandom, except they go, yo, yo.
Yeah, you have to go, yo, homie. I don't want to go there. That's terrible. No, don't want to do it.
Yo, what you doing living over in the UK, you jabroni?
Yeah. Hey, didn't I see you on 55th and 2nd last week? I didn't know you was a witcher.
I didn't know you was a witcher. I love it. Hey, I hope that's a new NPC. I really, really want to see that in the new games. I really hope that we get to do an American con together at some point. That'd be very, very cool.
That would be so much fun.
That'd be so much fun. What is it about those conventions that keeps you going back again and again and again? Like, what is it for you that you get out of it?
Do you know what? I have, knock on wood, wherever it is in here, knock on wood, I have never been to a convention that I didn't like. And that's the honest truth. Growing up, I never went to conventions of any kind. I don't know why. Because I was always kind of a geek and a dork, but I was also, I never was one thing or two things. I was always kind of dipping my toes into everything. So I never belonged in like one category of stupidness. Mm-hmm. But I was just all categories of stupidness.
Same. Although I had I wasn't so, well, I had like categories I frequented more often than not. Video games, comics. I was like a real music nerd, I think. That was I really like music, that was my thing for real. And movies, music and movies. That was my thing. Were you into like music and things growing up as well, Doug? Were you into all that?
Oh man, I was into whatever I thought would get me to a place I wanted to be other than where I was.
So did you always want to be in the UK then? Was that, because I know you're... Really?
No, it's such a deep accident on purpose.
Because like we talk about it on, guys, we talk about this on Hot Pod Time Machine. Please subscribe now, Spotify and YouTube. Thank you very much. Yes. Doug was actually the first person on that podcast. And,
I was, yeah.
We are...
Wow, that takes me back.
That takes you back to 19 weeks ago, because 19 episodes have gone out since. And remember, I told you, Doug, that at the beginning I was like, I'm starting this podcast 40 weeks before my 40th. We are now halfway there. Like, oh, God. Oh, yuck. So it was a happy accident, but you would never go back to America. You would never go back? Never, ever.
Oh, no, never say never. I would go back for the right reasons. There's just no reason for me to go back at the moment. And there's a lot, I was going to say there's a lot to lose or a lot to upset. And that's absolutely true. But the real truth is just that home is here. And there are lots of things that would pull me back to the U.S., but they're very personal things. They're family, and certain friends, and there's, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't need to be best to do my job, and yeah. And politics aside, because politics and everything else, across the world is just bleh.
Of course.
But I have family and friends and people I love and hold dearly, and a home and a life and a career here. So it would take something pretty strong to pull me away from here permanently.
Absolutely.
Temporarily, I get, you know what I mean? I like, if it was like we kind of need you to come sort this out for 2 months. Yeah, fine.
Fair.
Yeah.
I understand that. You've been here a long time. I
have. I've been in the UK since 1999, and it almost feels more home than the place I often call home. But you're interesting. I'm going to turn this around on you, Claire, because because we're all guilty of being here and there, because you're still in this kind of weird semi-limbo place of transitioning between living in the UK and living in the US. And I know we've talked about this before, so I don't want to open up the door to rehashing old stuff that we've already talked about if you don't want to, but it's just interesting, given the, the conversation we're having, I'm talking about my relationship with my birth country, and you're just now looking at leaving your birth country.
Yeah. Oh, well, my birth country is actually Germany, but
Oh, well, there you go.
But no, I only lived there until I was 6 months old. But like, it's it is a strange feeling at the moment, because yes, I feel like everything's here. I love my flat, and I feel very comfortable. Got my wee car, got my flat, got my life. But every time I go to America, there's something that makes me feel like I need to be here. And I don't know what that is. I'm following my intuition. And I actually watched an Instagram reel, believe it or not, Doug. And it was about intuition versus fantasy. Fantasy is fluffy, nothing ever goes wrong, right? Because in your fantasy head, it's just always great. But intuition does guide you somewhere, but you know that the journey's hard. And I know my intuition is taking me to America, but I know it's going to be very difficult. And it already has been. There's been so many bumps, and there's still bumps appearing. But I think it's going to be ultimately good. So it feels weird because I don't want to plan anything here, but I can't plan anything there either. So I'm in this weird kind of like, but at one point I'm just going to go tell my landlord I'm going. Like, that's going to be very scary. But I'm gonna miss folks like yourself, and because I'm starting to make really good new friends here as well, because my life changed in the last year, so it'll be weird, but it's okay. Like,
it is so funny, actually, Claire. I know, I don't know who exactly is watching this, but our I was going to say our little friendship, which it is. It's it's a lovely little friendship, but it's also so new and young and everything else. It's fascinating, isn't it? I was just thinking, I met you just about a year ago today. It was at MCM London.
It was
in May 2022
on the voice actor panel with Erica Harlacher and Ross.
And Ross Marquand,
and that's the first time we sat on a panel together. And that weekend, we all sort of started, and I still keep in touch with Ross lots. You guys I see like quite often because we live in the same country, and it's really nice. And you know what? I was thinking about that recently, and I said this to Ross because I saw him recently, and it was really lovely because that marked a point for me that May last year.
Did it?
Yeah, and I was like, I'd split up from my ex, and it marked a point, and I started to at that point make very lovely friends. And you guys were included in that. And I thought, I started to let these people into my life. And it was lovely. And I've still kept in touch with them all, so...
That's so cool. Because I remember, when we met at MCM. And it was the... I don't know if you'll remember it, but I remember it. It was a conversation in the green room.
Right.
And you were telling me all about your situation at that time.
Yeah.
And I was totally getting. I was like, "Wow, yeah, this is incredible."
You're I'm laying it on you. I've just met you. I'm like, guys.
Yeah. No, you were so raw. You were so raw, Claire. You were just like, ha.
I know. I was like, oh my god. Like.
Yeah. But then, like, I think we exchanged information stuff, and then I can't remember exactly what happened. Maybe it was the First Baptist Social or something like that. And I just felt a connection to you. I was like, she's cool. She's so interesting. And yeah, it's just kind of, been this lovely evolution. We keep running into each other at places. It's just so cool. Man. It's cool. I love it.
I love it. And you know what? I don't often feel like that, and when I do, I've learned this past year to hold on to those people. I'm like, oh, I feel that. My intuition is saying, hold on. Even if I'm moving away, I got to hold on. Because, like making friends, you always think, I've got all the friends I need. I'm old now. I've got the friend. It's like, no, you make friends any age, at any stage, at any point in your life. Sometimes they come and go and come back again. And sometimes the ones you make now, you stay forever. And I think that's lovely.
And sometimes people are just that person for that period of time as well, where there's a short, sharp recognition of we need each other for whatever reason that is. We work, we gel now. And then maybe 6 months from now, you don't gel in the same way. And that's cool. That's all right. So
it's totally fine.
It is fascinating, though, sometimes when those things happen, you just go, wow.
Yeah, I like that, though. But I feel with you and lovely Marianne, that's Doug's wife.
She's downstairs.
We love you, Matt. Can we have hello Marianne's in the chat, please? And we'll screenshot it and I'll send it to Marianne. She'll be like, what is this?
She'd be so embarrassed.
What have you been saying about me?
Like, what are you doing?
So say, hi, Marianne. Everyone say, hi, Marianne. And I'll screenshot. And it'll come up on the back of the screen. Hello, Marianne. Like, right.
She's going to love it.
She's going to love it.
And she's probably going to go,
she'll be like, oh, no. I'm going to send it to her later. DW, please clip this. Hi, Marianne. We love you. Mwah. Hi, Marianne. Hello. Hi. Look at the back of this. Look. So we're going to clip this later for Marianne. Thank you, guys.
And you're even spelling it right. Some of you.
Some of you are spelling. Yes, Marianne.
It's the French spelling. Yes, the French spelling. Marianne.
Look at these people in the chat. We've got clever followers here. Thank you very, very much, you guys.
I mean, Marianne, Maryanne is cool as well, because then I imagine her in like a U.S. crossing the prairie dress with a bonnet on her head.
My name is Marianne. Did I do that right? Is that right? I'm Marianne. What? Little house on the prairie, Marianne.
Yeah. You sound a little bit more down Texas or Oklahoma way, ma'am.
Is that Texas? I don't fucking hell. That's a hard accent. Jesus Christ. Doug, it has been wonderful chatting to you as always. If you want to hear more about, Doug moving to the UK and all of that, we chat about that in Hot Pod Time Machine, which was done 19 weeks ago, you guys. 19 weeks ago. So please go listen to that as well. Please follow Doug on Instagram and Twitter. He's fantastic. Doug, what do you want to say to the people as your parting shot before we leave you this evening?
Well, okay. The last thing I want to say on this podcast, just because, I may not get another chance to say it because there are men in the other room, is Claire is lying to you. She's lying. She is actually a lizard from outer space.
I'm sorry, you guys.
But she won't tell you. I begged her to tell you, because she's actually quite cool as a lizard from outer space. But, people don't always like the way they're natural. Anyways, give her a break, guys. She loves you.
Thanks. Look, Doug.
Yeah, so sorry. I hope I haven't broken any confidence there.
Guys, I've got something to tell you. Doug's actually my right-hand lizard. We have come down from planet V to take over Earth. Yes, we're here to teach you terrible accents and enslave the human race and save you from AI. Funnily enough.
On the way. I can't wait!
Yo, you jabronis! Yo, you're gonna love it, yo. Free lattes. Free lattes for the whole human race, yo. Here we go. Doug, thank you so much for being with us this evening. And I will speak to you very soon, no doubt. Take care. We love you, Doug. Take care. Everyone say goodbye to Doug.
Throw nice shrimp on the barbie.
Bye, Doug. Bye. That's
Drifter,
Doug.
stranger,
That's
mutant.
oh shit. No, we don't want to see that again. Hold on.
Never chose.
That was Doug Cockle. I thought that was Doug doing that there, going drifter, stranger. I was like, wait, Doug. Shh. That was lovely, Doug, everybody, who is an absolutely wonderful human being. I absolutely love him to bits. So everybody, please say goodbye to Doug. And thank you for saying hi to Marianne, because his wife is incredible. I love her. Doug and Marianne are like my wee besties now. I just love them so much. Okay, you guys. We don't have Rudy this evening. We don't have Rudy because Rudy's sick, you guys. Rudy's really sick. It's just, you know, I don't have the sad wah, 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 wah. So please can we spam some Rudy emotes in the chat? I'm really sad that Rudy's not going to be here tonight. But we have an extra track from MamajoeVramajoe. You all know MamajoeVramajoe. You all know MamajoeVramajoe. We've got an extra track from MamajoeVramajoe. So here it is, you guys. And they're also going to play at the end of this as well. So here we go.
Well, hello, Claire. It is I, the second half of MamajoeVramajoe, aka Vramajoe. Mamajoe is sitting right off to the side. You can't see her, but you can hear her. This next song is a very dignified bit of music. Yes, don't dip your paw in my purple martini. This next thing is a bunch of music that was made on a Moog, and I'm gonna take a sip, and then I'm gonna have to play it because it takes both my hands. Okay, cue maestro, go. Claire should get paid more. Ta-da!
Yeah, that was MamajoeVramajoe. You all know MamajoeVramajoe. I'm going to their wedding in New York next week. I am so excited. I've been getting recommendations from all my New York friends to go here, to go there. I don't have a lot of time, but hell yes. Very excited to go to and the theme is purple, of course. I finally got 2 purple outfits. The Sunday outfit's incredible. I'm gonna look like Aquaman and like gold. I'm gonna look like a goldfish with like a purple blazer. It's gonna be incredible. I'm so excited. Right. So time for our second guest. I am very excited about our second guest. We are going to show this clip first before they appear on the screen, you guys, and you can spam any emotes you want while you're watching this. If I could just find the button. I'm 4 gens in right now. Okay, guys, watch this clip, and we've got Nick Apostolides coming right up after this.
You see, we are all connected through the holy body. When you need only accept the sacred gift. Christ! Like she did.
Temperance, child.
I'm taking the liberty of preparing some entertainment for you. The entertainment. Without further ado, the gallant knight protects the princess fair.
I'll make it cheap for you.
Move!
It's always like this with you.
How about you open fire instead of your mouth? Long time no see. Major Krauser? Why? You can't save her. You can't save anyone.
What's gonna happen to me?
We gotta keep moving forward. We will beat this. Together.
Thanks.
Then come, Sancho Panza. Let us rescue the Princess Dulcinea. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Sorry, bad traffic.
This is kind of fun.
Ahead!
You're kidding.
Ah, yes, the time has come.
Like I told you. I'm gonna get you home safe.
Ready to die, Boogie.
Exalt all, Leon, and let it be so.
This time, it has to be different.
Oh, do you feel that? Guys, please welcome one of my other favourite human beings. It's the wonderful Nick Apostolides. Hello, friends.
Hello, Claire. How you doing?
I'm good. I've got someone in the chat here saying best game of 2023, to be honest.
Woo!
Heck yeah. How does that make you feel? What has the reception been like? What a ride for you these last few months.
Oh, it's been a really special ride. I don't know how else to say it. Oops, did I screw anything up with you?
No, not at all. You're still there. You're still there.
Okay. I'm still new to this tech stuff. But...
No, it's all good. You will learn. You will learn. It's fine, young Padawan.
I know.
You will learn.
It has been really special. I don't even know what to say. I'm still kind of speechless, and the game's been out for almost 2 months now. It's just my favorite project I've ever been a part of, and I'm just happy that people are equally as happy with it. It got great reviews. Capcom did a fantastic job with it, and so just happy to be along for the ride.
What does it feel like, as an actor doing things like this where it's like you have got it in the bag, you've recorded everything and it's ready to go, and then you've got these months of waiting and build up and you can't really say too much, you got to be a bit quiet, and then the first trailer drops. What is that feeling like?
Well, I gotta say, when Resident Evil 2 came out, when I first saw the first reveal trailer, I kind of experienced it with the world, and I was very excited, and I couldn't say anything about it. Nobody knew who I was. This time around, people knew who I was, and they could probably hear my voice. But again, I was experiencing it with the world because, yeah, we filmed the game, but I didn't know exactly what it was going to look like or feel like, and to see it all kind of like happening in real time, it became real at that point for me.
That's crazy.
And so the waiting is never easy. We want to talk about it, but we can't, and we just got to wait. That's all.
So they don't share the trailers or any of the assets or the marketing bits with you before? They just go, we're just going to drop it. That's it?
No, they don't tell us really anything. And even during the filming, they keep everything as private as possible. They don't want leaks. They show us only what they absolutely need to, and that's kind of it. So it's a bit of an honor to know kind of what's going to happen with like story and character arcs. It's cool to know what's going to happen, but you still can't talk about it.
And like now, obviously, we've got social media, and so when that trailer drops, I mean, we'll speak about Resident Evil 4, the remake specifically. What kind of things were people saying to you? Were you starting to get people in your DMs and tagging you and going, oh my God, or did you have any criticism? Like, what was the vibe like? It must be pretty mad.
You're saying when the trailers started to drop?
Yeah, like when all that started to come out, did people try and find you?
People could hear my voice. They knew, a lot of people knew it was me. I got tagged thousands and thousands of times in posts. I got comments, DMs, you name it. And I literally just had to ignore every one of them. Even though my voice was out there, it doesn't matter. You still can't say anything. That's just, that's the rules, the lay of the land.
It's crazy. And I know that you're a big nerd. And, you know,
Huge.
Just a little.
Takes one to know one, Claire.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, I know a nerd when I see one. I think from the moment we started speaking, when we did that first interview for Insomnia, and I noticed your
funny.
T-shirt, I was like, oh, that's an Atari T-shirt. Excellent. I was like,
Hey,
excellent.
gotta represent.
Yeah. And tonight you're
With the good
representing
thread.
Metallica. Yes.
Yeah.
So great. So great. So tell me, let's go back to wee Nick. Okay, when you were just a wee boy. And let's talk
Last week, actually.
Last week, okay. You've grown.
I'm still growing.
You've really grown. Are you still growing? Well, you've come a long way, Nick. You've come a long way.
Thank you.
Looking great. How old are you now? Like 15, 16 now?
Just turned 12.
Just turned 12. Wow. Okay, great.
This is actually a glue one right here.
Okay, and your mum let you get tattoos. Well, that's very, very progressive mother. Very progressive mother. So tell me, as wee Nick, when did you first not realize you were a nerd, but what was your first nerdy thing growing up? Was it video games? Was it comics? Was it horror movies? Like, what was it?
I think it was, I would say definitely Atari and Nintendo. Yeah.
Yep.
And Legos. I would play with a lot of Legos by myself and build all these like castles and magic fortresses and all that stuff. And yeah, okay. So playing Nintendo, me and this little group of kids at recess time out in the schoolyard, we formed what we called the Mega Man Club. And we would take our notebooks and our markers and we would sit and we would talk about what the next Mega Man villains were going to be like. And we would sit around and we would draw them at recess and compare notes.
Oh my God,
when the new Mega Mans came out, we'd be like, hey, that boss is kind of like the one I did like last year, you know? And yeah, we were really cool, actually, the Mega Man Club. You had exclusive access, and only the cool kids could join.
Oh my God, I love that. You know what, Nick?
And I have a feeling, Claire, that if I knew you back then, you might have made the cut.
Hey, I'd be the president of the Mega Man Club. Just saying, by the way, we would definitely have been friends in school. I was
about president, maybe like CFO.
I could be HR. Yeah. Can I?
Yeah, you could be HR.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can be HR. Cool. I'm fine. I can do admin. I'm fine with that. I was like such a loner at school, so I didn't even have friends, like for real. There was like I just had like it was me and some reject people, like 2 or 3 people that were like, oh, and I was the only one that was really into, like, I read the Hobbit book when I was like 8, and I was like, I really like the Hobbit, you guys. This is before, guys in the chat, this is before the Hobbit became a film, and I mean, I read
OG.
that, but yeah, OG, and I loved it. I loved all of that kind of stuff so much, but I was such a loner. Were you like a loner at school, or were you had your crew? It sounded like you had like a little crew.
No, I had a core crew, yeah. But you know, if you're a reject, Claire, you're the coolest reject I know.
No, not back in the blooming 90s. You know what it was like? It was hard then, Nick. It was a harsh landscape in the 90s. It wasn't.
It was, and I don't know about like, you know, the country that you grew up in, but yeah, there were little cliques even back then, you know, little groups and stuff, and so I was friends with most people. I'm a very kind of like chameleonic type guy where I can be friends with a lot of different types, and yeah, I was into dorky stuff for sure.
You seem like that now, though. Like, you seem to just sort of chill and get on with everyone. Everyone that I've met that knows you's like, Nick's such a great dude. He's so great. And it's like it's a lovely thing. I think
We've talked about this. We've had conversations about this. I think we're just very curious people, you and I, and we like to know how people tick. And so I just have a natural curiosity and interest in meeting somebody. And I think a lot of different types of people even sense that. And so they start talking to me about stuff. And, you know, it's just, okay, cool.
Yeah, I know. And you find yourself going, oh, okay, and you've got somebody's life story, which is lovely and fine. When I was younger, I wasn't like that so much. I was quite polarizing because I was like a class clown and all that kind of stuff. I was a bit cheeky when I was younger because I just thought I got bored and I was like, you know what, I hate this hierarchical system. I don't like it at all. I hated school. And I was a university dropout because I was like, well, wow, I've gone from one hierarchical system to another where we're all lambs to the slaughter, just studying our life away, not really caring what's going on. I really hated it. It was not creative at all. Did you like school though? Did you feel that way, or were you just sort of
No, I was like kind of like you. I was very rebellious. You know, I didn't want to do what everyone was supposed to do. You know, go to school and go to college and do this. I always felt like I was destined for something very different. I didn't know what it was, but I wanted to find it and pursue it. I did a lot of soul searching back in the day, and yeah, I didn't like to conform.
Yeah,
and you know, I gotta say, like, even when I really got into kind of like heavy metal from like the 80s, there was always that rebellious side of that music that influenced me. It's like to this day, like Metallica was a big part of my influence when I was becoming myself in like my late teens and figuring out like how I viewed the world and everything. And their whole attitude of to like, you know, just do whatever you want all the time. I just kind of latched onto that, for better or for worse, but here I am.
What about now, right? Because I do feel there, of course, we mature as we get older, and we completely, you know, we do change, and we, you know, we move on. But I would say that I'm probably still like that, you know. Would you say that you're still like that? I mean, we have to pay bills. We can't just mess up every job we get and stuff. But would you say that you're still quite rebellious and quite sort of against conformity?
I think it's less about rebellion, I think is the wrong word now. And I think it's more anytime I have like a crossroad life decision to make, and I could either, you know, go towards like stability and security or something wild and crazy like a gamble, like high risk, high reward. I usually take the crazy road. And that is the rebellious side of me. That's rebelling against stability and security, which is safe, which probably most people would choose. And I'm like, but that could happen over there.
I know.
And I'm drawn to that shit.
But is it just because, Nick, that we're dopamine heads? Do we just, is it just that? Are we just addicted to dopamine? I've often thought that we're addicts. We're addicts.
Maybe. I know you are.
Yes. I like feeling good. So, like, I will always do the thing that makes me feel good.
Here's what I'll say about that is, in life, usually I choose the wild choice, right? I go down the crazy path. And when it works out for me, I can look back and that to me feels better when that works out than if I did take a safe path. And when that works out, which normally it would, that's kind of the by default, the safe path works out. But it feels better when the crazy one works out, because then I'm like, yeah, I wasn't supposed to do that, but I did it. And look at me now.
Yeah. I think, honestly, I always see life like paths. There's just loads of paths in front of you. And I see that kind of like stability path as like, it's like a grey path. It's like really straight, and it's like paved really well, and it's really neat, and it's got all the little bushes, or I don't know, it just looks really nice.
A little boring.
It's a little boring, but it's really pretty and nice. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong.
Cookie cutter.
It's lovely, yes. It is lovely, and it leads to a lovely house and a nice whatever. But like, I don't know, like I just feel like the boredom come over me. Like recently, because I'm not traveling so much, I said to a friend, I don't know, I want to do something mad. Like I'm getting a bit bored and I want to do something crazy. And she had to talk me down from taking a random trip somewhere. And I was like, no, you're right. You're right. I have to save up and move to America. And you're right. I can't just keep going places.
Or you just keep enjoying and living life.
That's
because
true.
you're doing it.
Like,
you lead a very interesting life. I mean, look, aren't you going to New York soon, right?
Yeah.
You're traveling.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm only there for 4 or 5 days. I'm going for a wedding, which is good. So.
See, look, you're traveling for a wedding. I'm traveling for a wedding at the end of this month. You know, it's like you gotta also enjoy life and.
That's true.
I don't know.
Well, where's your wedding? Where's your wedding, Nick? Where are you traveling to?
I'm going to Spain.
Oh, I know which wedding that is. Yes, Spain is incredible. Have you ever been before?
Never been to Spain. You gonna come with?
No, I wasn't invited to that wedding.
I'm inviting you.
I would love to go, but I wasn't invited, Nick. So I can't come, sadly. Bit of a shame, but I love Spain. It is incredible. It's such a great.
I'm excited. We're gonna see the city part of Spain. We'll spend a couple days in Barcelona, and then we'll be in the rural section of Spain, which is just very countryside. And so I'll see the best of both worlds. Excited.
Barcelona's incredible. I will send you recommendations. I've been there many times. The best thing about Barcelona is cycling drunk around Barcelona. just getting really drunk, like staying out all night.
You drink? I didn't know that.
Yes, this is just water. This is all water, Nick. This is all water. You know, contrary to popular belief, you guys, I only drink like once a week. I'm not like drinking all the time. It just appears that way.
So we're good to go.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure it is, Nick. I'm sure. But Nick, tell me about streaming, because you started streaming this year, a couple of months ago. Is that correct?
Very recent. My first stream was probably in early March.
So, how is the streaming going now, and are you an addict?
I can see why you do it, because it is fun to build a community, have people hang out, you see the same faces, and you really, really do feel like you're a part of something. Whether you just watch streamers, like when I watch your stream, for instance, I feel like I'm a part of the family that you have created. And when people come to see me, I like the fact that I can create a cool space for them to hang out in, and really foster like a positive atmosphere and environment. So I like that. I also love gaming, and if people want to watch me, go for it, you know?
I love it. I like, you know what? I've been on quite a few of Nick's streams now. He streams late for me, but
shout out every time.
all like he's a great streamer, but he's very concentrated. He's a great game streamer. So you get really concentrated. I can see the intensity when you're playing games. You're like,
yeah, you balance like a. Can I swear on this?
Yeah.
You balance like a motherfucker. I don't know how you do that.
It's easy. You just play.
You got like the bells and whistles going off in the backgrounds and the music and the effects. I don't know how you do that. Holy shit.
It's a form of madness, Nick. It's pretty much a form of madness.
You are crazy.
Yeah, I know. The fact that Nick's still my friend says a lot about Nick.
You were scared. You were scared that I was going to drop you out of my life.
Yeah, I was. You know what? I'm a bit too much to handle for a lot of people in real life. So I'm very glad that you stuck around, Nick. I'm very, very glad, because I get a lot of eye rolls in real life.
I'm not going anywhere. Your madness, I could probably use some of it, to be honest.
You know what, guys? Nick and I were talking about. We were having a conversation. It was when we last saw each other in London. You were talking about like process acting and how because I was talking about the acting course I did, and I was talking about how I was quite free flow. I was like, I just access it from like an emotional place, man, like a hippie, like a goddamn hippie. And I was like, yeah, man, I just remember that place. But you said you sounded quite methodical in your approach, like to not maybe creating. I don't know if that's the wrong word. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like you sounded way more. Like you like to understand the process, and then you do the thing.
It depends on what kind of emotion is required of me. So if let's say I'm playing just like a fun, whimsical, quirky character, all I have to do is show up to set with a good attitude and just be myself, and maybe put on a character trait or two. I don't know. That's not hard for me to do. But let's say I'm playing just a straight, heavy, dramatic character in a dramatic film, and I have to witness my wife dying on a hospital bed. That's a very different type of role and requires a lot different type of emotion. And for me to channel emotions that real and that heavy, it's a whole different process. And for that, it is a bit more methodical, and there's a way that I do it. Yeah, for sure.
Interesting. So I used to think, so here's the thing, like, and I'm not an actor, right? So I'm just talking from a very amateur standpoint. So I'll be interested to hear what you think of this. As a real human being, and not doing acting, as a real person, because I'm clearly not real. Guys, this is the AI show. I'm a completely AI human being. So in reality, I find emotions very hard to process, even though it sounds like I don't, because my job is to verbalize everything, you know. So I talk very freely, but actually I find emotions, really deep emotions, very hard to process. However, when I was doing this acting course, what I found very surprising was that I found them completely easy to process through that. I was like, I can cry dead easy. I can get really harsh, angry. It was very cathartic. It was like it was almost like I was releasing it all. But if you were to sit down and go, Claire, how do you really feel about this? I'd be like, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
But you know what that means? That means that acting for you, even maybe just taking classes, can be very therapeutic for you.
It was like therapy. It was great.
That's what it sounds like to me, is an outlet.
Yeah.
And maybe in life you could use an outlet if it's hard for you to process and let loose.
So what's your outlet then, Nick? Like, I mean, obviously you are a creative person and you play guitar and you're an actor, you're a storyteller, but what is that outlet for you that makes you go, oh, like everything just pours out real easy? Is it acting?
I cry into a bag of Oreos every day of my life.
I mean, it's because you've eaten too much and you've got a sore stomach, Nick. That is why you're crying into a bag of bloody Oreos. Jesus Christ. This man loves an Oreo, you guys. He loves a bloody Oreo.
My outlet is talking with friends. Just good conversation with friends. That's how I process a lot of stuff. And it doesn't have to be about heavy stuff all the time. But just connecting with people, that's my outlet.
That's really lovely. I don't know what mine is. I think I found mine, but I can't do it. I think I like doing the acting thing or stand up. I find that very cathartic. So
yeah, I still want to see some of your stand up. Like, where can I see all this stuff?
It's privately on YouTube. Like,
do I have private access?
I don't know. You might hate it.
Hey, you share your music with me. That's kind of personal, right?
It is. I just did a new stand-up set. It was last Sunday, and it's about all of my single experiences in the not all of them. Hey guys, some of it's not for the stage. You know what I'm saying? But like, it was about all of my weirder experiences. So you can watch it. I'll send you the link if you want. But I
look. You thought I was gonna get scared away by your stream. I wasn't. I'm not scared away by your music, and I'm not gonna be scared away by your stand up. Maybe I will be, but I still want to see it.
God. You know, I came off stage. It was last Sunday. I don't really, it wasn't my finest work because I've had a few weird knocks recently that have knocked my confidence and just in work generally. And so I'm trying to force myself back in. So it's not my finest work, but I came off stage afterwards and this guy came up to me. He's one of the other comedians and he went, "Did those things really happen to you?" And I was like, yeah. Like truthfully, the things that I talk about on stage happened. Being single is really fucked up. I'm just gonna say that right now. I've only been single for like 14 months. It's weird. It's very strange.
I've been through it. I've been single for 4 years. So I've been through the ringer. I've been through the gauntlet.
So can you say on stream what your weirdest single experience was? Because I could absolutely tell you about mine, which is part of my routine. So
well, what do you mean by? Oh, let me hear yours so I get an idea what you're talking about.
Jen Von Lee, can we all say hello to lovely Jen who I've met in real life?
Hey Jen.
I love Jen. She's a good human.
She's awesome.
She says release the stand up. Oh God. Okay.
Really?
Release the stand up. Okay, so
if it came from Jen, you have to now.
I'm not gonna say it like I would say it on stage, but here's just the story in general. So I invited a nice young man round to my flat. It was earlier this year. I was very nervous because I hadn't done that before. Invited a gentleman caller. He wasn't a gentleman caller, a gentleman round to my flat. And I was like, I'm going to make you tuna meatballs. And he was like, oh yeah, tuna meatballs. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'll make you that's the one thing I can make. So he came round and he was like, we got on really well. And I was like, okay, it's going well. Making the meatballs. He loved the meatballs. Great. Now, I cleaned the flat for this guy. I had not the candles going in a creepy way, but the flat smelled good. It looked good. I changed my bed sheets. I'm going hard on this. I'm going to make an impression. And then we were watching, and I got my YouTube playlist going. There was cool music and videos in the background. I like ambience. I like everything to be cool. And he was like, you know, chatting away, and the conversation was really flowing, you know, and I was like, this is great. This is great. We're getting on really well. He's not an edgy, dark Batman guy, because I've met a lot of them. He's not a guy that's like crying, because I met a lot of them. I was like, no, he's normal. This is a normal guy, normal, nice guy. And then at the end of the night, he went, oh, I've got to go home. But I had a really lovely night. And I went, okay, cool. No problem. So he stood up and he gave me a hug, and I was like, yes, here we go. Let's go. And he's like, then he pulled away and he looked at me, and I was like, yes, here we go. And he said, he was looking straight at me, and he went, thank you so much for making me realize that I love my girlfriend. It's a true story.
What?
I have that effect
Holy
on men.
Shit. Oh my god, you never told me that story. Holy shit. Wait, so you tell that story in stand-up?
Yeah, I shorten it, I condense it down. But yeah. And
oh shit.
There's a comedian came up to me, did that really happen? I went, yeah. Like, that really happened.
Oh my god.
Nick,
I
you
don't
understand. That's the kind. Those are the kind of men that I attract. You know what? I'm here to help people. This is what I've decided. That I'm like a messiah type of person. That's what I've become. I'm here to help.
Wow, that's quite a story. So I assume there was no kiss.
No, like I was like, okay, good night. I was like, night, see you later. And you know what? I wasn't even mad that I changed my bed sheets. I had a fresh bed. The house smelled good. I was really happy. I got into bed, watched a tarot video with my cat, and I fell asleep at a good time. And I wasn't drunk. It was lovely. It was a really nice time. I had a great.
That's actually, it ends well, the story.
Yeah, it's a happy ending, you guys. Not that kind. It was happy. It was happy.
It's a happy ending without the happy ending.
Yeah, it was a content, comfortable ending. So, Nick, what about you? Have you got any nightmare stories? I'm sure you can't top that one, but pray tell, please.
Oh, I can't top that one. If you were to have asked me that like in advance, I might come up with some good stories that maybe did happen, but that's not the way my brain works. But I haven't even this is very personal. I haven't really got into the dating world since I've been single because I travel so much and I'm all over the place all the time, and we had the pandemic during that time. Mm-hmm. So we were in lockdown for a year and a half basically, and so I wasn't pursuing anything. I wasn't even trying. So it's just been a long time of me not pursuing. Yeah. And so it's really not an eventful answer. It's not very interesting. Dude, it's just the truth.
I am the same. And you know what? Like, I'm okay with that. And last night I met somebody when I was up in Liverpool, was chatting away to someone, and she went, babes, lovers, you got to take on lovers, babes. And I was like, okay. And she was like, it's 6 or 7 lovers, babes. That's what you got to do, babes. And I was like, okay, where does one procure these lovers? Where do they come from? Do they grow on trees? She was like, just you know, make a friend with a bloke, mate. And then you just got to say to them, you just say, I'll shag you. And I was like, I'm not gonna like say that. I'm not gonna just make friends with guys and then go, oh, by the way, do you now want to be my lover? And then just like, I was like, I can't do that. And also,
sounds like a Spice Girl song or something.
In fact, that's definitely not gonna get me laid. Do you want to be my lover or a mate? It depends how weird the guy is.
Let me ask you something. Do you feel like, let's say you did do that, do you feel it would be easier for a female to do that than a male?
It'd be easier for me to do that. As a straight woman to do that. I could say, I think if I said to a male friend, hey, I'm too busy for anything, but we've all got needs, so why don't we just like meet up in cool exotic places and have like 4 cool days or 5 cool days together, and then we could just go away, and then maybe next month we might be free again. We might be free again in 3 months' time. I don't know, but there's no, like I was saying this to my friend recently. I want a holiday romance partner that just meets me for 4 or 5 days and then they bugger off. And I don't speak to them.
That's
all I want.
That's probably what I need in my life, because I'm all over the place.
I know, but that's the thing. Like I said to this girl last night, I don't have time for these lovers. I can't have time to juggle 6 or 7 people, or 1 or 2. Like I just don't have time.
She recommended 6 to 7 at the same time.
She was like, I had like
That's
3
intense.
or 4 on the go, you know. And then I met another friend who was a male friend of mine. He was like, I had 6 or 7 at one point. And I'm like, how are these people? Like, I can't juggle my schedule.
Full-time job.
That is a job, right? No, one at a time. It's fine, and that's it. That's it. Holiday romance, you guys. Like a nice kind of fluffy holiday romance for 4 days, and then you say goodbye.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. Is I got to figure out, what would fit in my life, or what I would want something to be in my life for relationships. But aside from that, I'm not like too focused on it.
Same.
Because I have so much going on right now. But it is interesting, isn't it? It's the dynamics, as like I've noticed in my 20s, dating was a certain dynamic. In my 30s, dating was a certain dynamic. And now I'm almost into my 40s, and it's, it just constantly changes. But I kind of like where I am right now,
Yeah, same. Like I'm turning 40 this year. You're a young man. You still got 1 whole year to go.
Yeah.
Savor it.
You got a couple months on me.
Savor it. Savor those months. Yeah, I'm
It's
quite.
just a number, Claire. It's a number.
know.
You still act like you're 13.
I mean, I dress like a 10-year-old from the 80s. So, like, I'm not growing up anytime soon. But it's funny, you do get more comfortable with yourself as you get older, just in all
for sure.
areas. And it's okay. Like, now, if I meet a guy, like, if I met a guy when I was younger, or even in work situations, if you're working with people, colleagues, I'm more likely to be honest with people and go, I'm uncomfortable with that, or I don't want to work like that, or this is how I feel about this. I'm more likely to just say it now. But in your 20s, you spend so much time people pleasing and trying to be like everyone's friend.
I'm definitely more direct now, and even after a bout with therapy, now I'm just more comfortable. If people sit down with me, I can just answer any question that they have, and I'm very, very open about that stuff. And because you got to put like the beating around the bush and the bullshit kind of behind you, and just get just get it out there. And so I'm actually looking forward to kind of like the next phase of all this, because I'm just interested in what it's going to be like.
Yeah, no, it's good. Like I think I'm entering. This is not my final form route. It's like I'm entering my final form ish.
She is still mutating.
So what do you want then? Sorry, this is getting deep, you guys. Life with Nick and Claire. Yes. So then what do you want for like the next decade then? Because I've really enjoyed my 30s, and I've ended it on a bit of a whatever, but it's the start of a new chapter. What about you? What do you want for this next phase then?
I want to keep being creative. I want a lot of video games to be in my next decade. A lot of I'm shooting for some more big franchises with motion capture and stuff and voiceover. So I definitely want to get more stable in my career. Looking forward to staying creative. I want to really harness my creative outlets. So I want to get back to writing music. I've told you that. I want to find a new artistic outlet. Still do my woodwork, but the graphite pencil is starting to bore me a little bit, and so maybe like get into some paint. I think that would be really cool. Yes. And let's see. And one of my goals is I want to become a better businessman.
Oh.
I'm just a creative guy, and I don't want to deal with anything. I'm not a business oriented fella. I never have been, but maybe I can kind of balance the two a little bit, just a little bit.
That's interesting, because I started off as a business brain, and now I'm entering super odd creative brain, which is
well, that's surprising for me to learn, because I would imagine you were born just like this.
Oh no, I'm a freak, but like I'm terribly.
Yeah, I'm a freak.
I'm a freak. It's okay, of course I'm a freak. No, I ran a business and did, and I was like in production and doing all of the business side of stuff. I'm really good at it. Like I'm very good at it. I don't like it.
With our powers combined, we can be Captain Planet.
He's lame though. Come on, he is a bit lame. Come on.
With our powers combined, we can take over the world.
Yes, that's better. Thanks, Nick. Because like
Let's do it.
Captain Planet was lame. I liked the theme tune. Hated the cartoon. Hated the cartoon. So what was sorry, we're just going into like random zones here, you guys. So was there a cartoon that you loved the theme tune of, but you hated the cartoon? Jace and the Wheel Warriors. Jace.
Falls into the category of questions I wish you asked me like yesterday. I can't think about stuff like that in real time. It's almost impossible.
Okay, just say yay or nay. As a cartoon, Thundercats.
Yay.
Okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yay.
Okay. Mask.
Nay, I never watched it.
Okay. Transformers.
Yay.
Jace and the Wheel Warriors.
What?
I'll send you a link later. Okay.
Nay.
Captain Bucky O'Hare.
Nay.
Okay. Pokemon.
Nay.
Yeah, I was too old for Pokemon, you guys. Like,
I was a
genuine.
little bit too old for that.
Yeah, that was my little brother. He's about four years younger than me.
How about SpongeBob?
No, I was.
Oh, that's a big one for me because my little brother would watch every episode getting ready for school, and we'd always be with him. So I've seen every SpongeBob episode there is.
My brother was into Dexter's Laboratory, so
That's good too. That's a good one.
He liked Johnny Bravo and stuff like that as well.
Yeah,
He
little
was,
bit beyond our time. Yeah.
but I liked Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy were more.
I grew up with Ren and Stimpy. That's more your vibe. I know that. Have you? Wait. We're gonna stick here for a second.
Okay.
Have you seen the rated R extra cartoons of Ren and Stimpy?
No.
They were called the Lost Episodes, and they are literally like X-rated.
Dude, where can okay, I'll message you later. I need to see these. I need to see them. Hell yeah.
Okay. Next time I see you, we're gonna watch them together because they are freaking hilarious.
Okay. Yes.
So funny.
Let's do it. I loved Ren and Stimpy. Like that was like that.
I grew up with that.
It blew my mind. I loved Ren and Stimpy so much. Did you have the album? They had like an album out, and they had like this track, and I think it stuck with me. And it was like, it starts off like they're in New York. It's like, hey, can't you see I'm walking here? And they were doing all this kind of like weird New York stuff.
Is that why you always do the New York accent? Because of Ren and Stimpy?
I'm starting to think it just permeated, it just stuck in my brain. Now I'm learning where it's coming from. Yo, can't you see I'm walking here? And they had a song called The Log Song, and it was all about loving like this log. And
I could sing that with you right now. Why don't you get your guitar? We'll sing it.
You know the log song?
It's better than bad. It's good.
Oh
Everyone loves a log. Everyone needs a log. Of course I know that shit.
It's log.
Are you saying that we're gonna do a cover song?
Okay, should we try and work on a cover of the log song?
Give something in chat for that. I don't know. What kind of emotes do you have for that? Yes. Chat, do you want to hear a cover song of the log song?
I feel like everyone's going, yes. Okay, we'll work on
Starring
it.
Claire and Nick.
Should we do like a really slowed down, like really folky version, like just really like just getting our feels, you know, just really feeling this log, like really feel
I'm
it.
thinking more of like a Nine Inch Nails vibe.
Oh, okay,
like dark,
like doing
dark
like
emo.
industrial, kind of like that kind of vibe.
Maybe not. No, maybe not.
See, I think.
No. How about like with what what's his face I'm blanking. The guy, the Man in Black, Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash's cover of Nine Inch Nails, "Hurt."
Oh, I do
like
that on guitar.
Oh, maybe like that.
I'll play that for you after this show. If you stay and watch the thing, I'll play it for you.
Of course I will. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll play that for you for sure. Yes, people are saying yes. They want log. The people want log. We've got to give them log.
Oh, and it's coming.
We've got to get.
And I'll do the artwork for it, the album cover.
And Rock and Roll Martian has said, "Powder toast, man." Hey Nick, do you remember? Okay, so I had like a PC in the late 90s. It was like, oh wow, having a PC was incredible in the late 90s. It was like you were in the future. And me and my brother used to play this like game where you could make, it was like 3D movie maker, and they had like a Ren and Stimpy version of it. It was incredible. And they had like a Nickelodeon thing, so there's Rocko's Modern Life and stuff like that. Do you remember that at all?
I remember doing something like that way back in the day with like kind of like Marvel characters. They had like Spider-Man and like Doc Ock and all the like, and it kind of like you have a scene and you put characters on there and it saves like the movements that you do and explosions and fire and everything. It was kind of funny. Early version Movie Maker.
Okay, I'm gonna send you some links to the one I'm talking about with the Ren and Stimpy thing, and you could like have Powdered Toast Man in your film and stuff, and Ren and Stimpy, and me and my brother were like obsessed.
Love that.
Like obsessed.
Hey, can you put that cool effect on my voice when I speak?
No, I can't. You have to affect it from your end. I can't. I'm not. Damn it.
Because Powdered Toast Man was my favorite.
See, Nick, this is the gateway into streaming, right? So what you're gonna start thinking about things like having an audio interface. I've got like a little...
I know. There's so many things I want to do. Trust me.
There's so many things that you could do. I shall teach you, young Padawan. I shall teach you. AIM chat name. Oh my God. Do you remember ICQ chat? Me and my first boyfriend used to talk on ICQ. I thought that was very modern. Very modern.
I don't even know what that is.
It was like this little, it was just a little chat thing, and I was 15 and he was 19. That was very progressive back then. Quite an age gap. Like my mum was not happy. And I was like very young, and he was like 19, and he was like all cool and older and shit. Like 4 years, Jesus Christ.
I just sent you a message on Discord. Just take a look.
I see it. Nick's just like DM'd me a Powdered Toast Man gif. Oh fuck, it's so good.
Flying backwards. Insane.
It's so good. Nick, I'm aware of the time. Wow, this has been a lot longer than... I was like, yeah, it'll only be like 20 minutes. This has been...
Because we're having fun, that's why.
Ridiculously long. Nick, I shall let you go, though. Somebody in the chat said, I love Nick even more now. I think somebody said that in the chat, which is lovely. Thank you guys so much. Too. It was Ziatia. I'm getting to like Nick even more, they said.
Thank you.
That's very sweet. And guys, we've put Nick's links in the chat as well. His Twitch, his Instagram, and there's also like a little YouTube link there as well. So please go and check him out. Go follow Nick on all of those links. And he's on Twitter as well. So go follow him on Twitter as well. Nick.
Well, thank you so much, Claire, for having me. I really appreciate it. I love hanging out with your community.
No problem. It's all good, my friend. We should play Mario Kart again soon. See if you've got any better.
I'm still recovering, actually.
Oh really? You looked quite forlorn when you said that. Are you okay? You alright? You alright, hun? You alright? You alright?
You're bad.
So you bad. Love it. You love it. You love it.
I like the pain.
Yeah, he does.
We'll do this again soon, everybody. Thank you, Claire. Thanks for having me, and I'm gonna stick around. I'll mute myself because I want to see the song. I want to hear it.
Oh yes, I'll do that. Usually we go straight to bump, but we're not going to go straight to bump. Jen in the chat, I'll come to bump in a second. We've got to do this first. Thank you very much, Nick. Guys, everyone say goodbye to Nick, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, Nick. Bye. Guys, it's a long show tonight. Guys, that was Nick, everyone. Nick Apostolides. One of my favorite human beings. He's so lovely. And I'm glad Jen's in this chat. We've got two Jens. Jen Von Lee, meet Jenegade Master. Two great Jens. Right, guys, we're going to end this show with MamajoeVramajoe, and then we're going to go... I'm just going to play the... so, Jenegade, I'm going to play a song for Nick very, very fast, very quickly, and then we'll go to bump. All right, so Jen will be with you in 10-15 minutes. Guys, this is MamajoeVramajoe. I'm going to their wedding in New York next week. I'm so excited. I'm going to be in New York. Yo! Can we have yo's in the chat? Yo! Yo! Yeah, jabroni. Yo! So we're going to... please go follow MamajoeVramajoe. They're also in a great band called Gustav, who tour all over the place, all over the world as Gustav. They're an incredible band. So please have yo's in the chat for MamajoeVramajoe. Thank you very much for watching a wee chat. Thank you very much to my good friend Doug Cockle. Thank you very much to my good friend Nick Apostolides. Thank you very much, MamajoeVramajoe. And thank you very much to the chat. And we'll see you again very, very soon when I get back from New York and MCM Comic Con. Yes, stay tuned. I'm not going anywhere. Here's MamajoeVramajoe. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hi, Mama Joe. This is Vramajoe.
And that is me, Vramajoe.
And we are close personal friends of Claire.
Yes,
And we are so happy to be here.
We live in Claire's closet sometimes.
Yes.
But not all the time.
No, only sometimes.
It's uncomfortably big.
This next song is called Cat Lady Wars of the Golden Dawn, and it is based on a true story about how Dion Fortune, who was a member of the Golden Dawn and an occult writer, thought that some of the new members of the Golden Dawn, their cats, were psychically attacking her.
True. I'm flying over the whole world, bitch!
Lady Wars of the Golden Dawn. Cat Lady Wars of the Golden Dawn. Cat Lady Wars of the Golden Dawn. Cat Lady Wars of the Golden Dawn. Dion Fortune could make new friends. Dion Fortune could make new friends. Cat Lady Wars of the Golden Dawn. 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 Golden Dawn. Golden Dawn. Dion Fortune could make new friends. Dion Fortune could make new friends. Cat Lady Wars of the Golden Dawn. Cat Lady Wars of the Golden Dawn. Cat Lady Wars of the Golden Dawn. Thanks, Claire.
Thanks, Claire.